Well, it's been a very long time since the last video, but today we're going to be packing up some orders because last night I did my very first WhatNot stream, and I want to go and run the numbers with you guys today. I believe we made just under $200 in less than 2 hours. So here are all the games that we sold last night. We had 3 unique buyers. All of them were from the stream, or people that watch the YouTube videos. But we sold 14 games, and I honestly think we made more money on the WhatNot stream than I would have just selling these on eBay. And that's what I want to figure out today. The shipping was really expensive. We'll get into that. But we started these auctions off at $2 each, I think, besides Fallen Order. But we'll get into all the numbers. I just want to see how much we made and how much we would have made if I would have just let it sit on eBay. eBay's fees are consistently going up. They just increased the fees just the other day, and they're probably going to do it again in a few months. So I want to go and see if maybe selling on WhatNot is a good alternative, or maybe something we do on addition to eBay. There we go. We got them separated per the buyer there. And Knox bought quite a few. Coin bought 7 of the sealed Deus Ex games. He's going to resell those. And Zen bought a couple there as well. So these, like I said, these are all 3 people that watch the streams. We got in there. So to go and qualify for this promotion with WhatNot, where you go and double for the first $150 that you make, WhatNot will actually double that. Qualify, I need 5 unique buyers within a week. So we have 3 already. I need 2 more unique buyers, and then they will double my earnings. So I'm really, really looking forward to that. We'll get 2 more buyers. If they're natural or organic, that's great. If not, if it's like the last couple days, I'll get my cousin or my uncle to go ahead and make a purchase for me, because I think local pickup is an option. I think it's it's going to be free. But yeah, they paid $12 in shipping for the first item, and then every additional item was only $1.50 in shipping. So like I said, we'll run all the numbers here in a minute, but let me go ahead and get these packaged up and the labels printed, and then we can talk more about the numbers. Okay, so let's go ahead and run the numbers here. So everything here is from WhatNot. All the blue is what I got paid, and then the red is what I spent. So I did spend $23 on advertising because they gave me a $25 credit at the beginning. So I went ahead and used that on this show. So I've added all this up. This is all USD, and this is after all of the fees. So this is after shipping. This is after the 8% fee plus the like payment fee. There's like a credit card charge or a percentage, as well as a dollar amount. I think it's like 30 cents I pay as well. So adding all of that up, if we look at the calculator here, we have $55.71 American. So if we go ahead and convert that to Canadian, we get $82.14. But WhatNot is running a promotion right now where they're doubling it. So if we go $82.14 times 2, so we walked away with $164.28 in revenue. So all the numbers that we do talk about for the rest of the video will be considering that WhatNot is matching the amount that I paid, so the $164. So let's get into the very first sale here. I'm just going to go from top to bottom on Flipwise here. We have NBA 09 the inside. So this one we got paid out $6.84, and this one we bought for 50 cents. This is one where I bought at a local game store. I got a bunch of sports games for 50 cents each. So the margins here are absolutely amazing. Next up, another sports game came from the exact same place. We bought it at the same time. This one we got paid out $2.78. So that is still really, really good. I mean, I paid 50 cents for these. The plan with these was, if they didn't sell on eBay, I have good condition Xbox One cases because I don't have any extras at the moment. So if I were to get a really expensive Xbox One game that needs a case, I don't have any. So I was like, okay, well, for 50 cents, I'll list them on eBay. I'll sell them on WhatNot. And if they don't sell, I have a good condition case. But we're walking away with $2.78 profit. Next up, this one actually wasn't listed on eBay. I bought a copy of Fallout 4 for the PlayStation 4. I bought this on Facebook. I was actually playing this, so it wasn't listed yet. But we did pay $10 for it, and then we got paid $12.08, giving us a profit of $2.08 on this one. One thing I totally forgot was to actually look and see what I had it listed on eBay for. So starting off with the NBA 09 the inside, we had this listed on eBay for $4.49. So we made way more money than what we would have on eBay. This is what I had it listed for. So this is not including someone sent me an offer that I would have accepted or any of the fees. I have really high advertising fees on eBay. Plus the final value fees are expensive because it's now like
12.5%, I believe. But then you also have a fixed final value fee of 40 cents as well. So the fees add up on eBay. I probably would have walked away with maybe $2 in my pocket, but we ended up getting $6.34. Same thing with NBA 2K16. We had it listed for $4.49. And then if we go to Fallout, again, this one wasn't listed on eBay, so I don't know what I would have listed it for. Next up, My Hero 1's Justice for the PlayStation 4. This one we actually lost a little bit of money on. I bought it on Facebook in a bit of a bigger bundle, but the purchase price did still come out to $10. So we ended up getting paid out $5.54. So we lost $4.46 on it. This one I had listed on eBay at $10.08. So we ended up getting a little bit less, or I guess quite a bit less than what we were asking for on eBay. But this one didn't sell. I had it listed for 11 months and it didn't sell on eBay. So we ended up taking, a 50% hit or a 45% hit, but we got it sold in an hour. We have Reckoning up next here. So this one we ended up getting paid out $4.04. For some reason, this one had a purchase price of $6. This must have been in a bigger bundle. But we did have this one listed on eBay for $4.49. So we made a little bit less than what we had it listed for, but after all the fees on eBay, we definitely made more selling on WhatNot than we would have on eBay. Next up here, Angry Birds Trilogy for the PlayStation 3. We ended up getting paid out $4.04. Now, this one was listed for a lot more on eBay. This one was listed for $14, but still hadn't sold in over 3 months, so I probably would have dropped that down quite a bit. The next price drop probably would have been around $9.99. So we could have made a little bit more money, I think, on eBay, but again, WhatNot was just super quick. I was trying to get as many sales as I could. I was starting these auctions off at $2, so some people got lucky and got these games for pretty cheap. Star Wars Jedi Fallen Order. I bought this one at GameStop, so I definitely paid more than I should have. They had a deal. It was buy one, get one for 50% off or something like that. So I ended up buying 2 games. This one came out to $29 and we got paid out $19. So it was listed for 5 months. So this one was listed for a very, very long time. It was listed at $28, and after the fees, and if I would have sent out any offers or anything like that, we probably got pretty close to what I would have on eBay. So I'm actually not upset about this at all. This was another one where I was trying to get some sales going, selling a PS5 game instead of, other PS3 games. So I'm really happy I got $19 for this one. Big Mother Truckers 2. This one sold for $4.64. We had this one listed for $5.39, so we definitely made more money on WhatNot than we would have on eBay. Justice League Heroes. This was a massive one. So this one ended up selling for $14.36, and we had it listed for $17.99 on eBay. So again, this was definitely one where we made more money on WhatNot than we would have on eBay, which is just awesome. I'm glad that I got this one going. I didn't really know off the top of my head what this one was worth. I did start this auction off at $2, but there was 2 guys going back and forth. So luckily, we did still make quite a bit of money on this one. Immortals of Avum. Now, this was a mistake. I bought this one a very, very long time ago. We bought it from Walmart. So it was just unfortunate. We bought it back in January 28th of 2024. This was at the beginning of my eBay selling career. I was at Walmart. I was buying some sealed games that were on clearance, and I thought I was getting a good deal. Well, price starting value for these games have tanked significantly. We ended up paying $44 each. I have sold 2 of them now. I believe the other one we sold a while ago on eBay. Yeah, so this one sold for $30.59 on eBay, and we ended up getting paid out for this one $24.72. So I'm actually not too upset about this. This one sold quite a long time ago. This sold back on January 10th. Actually, so only about a month ago. I thought this was back last year, but this one sold January 10th. We did end up getting, yeah, like I said, $30.59. So we did make a little bit less on this one, but again, I'm just really happy to go and get a sale on this and be done with these brand new sealed games. Grid 2 for the Xbox 360. This one I got back 3 months ago, and I picked it up from my buddy that didn't charge me anything for it. So we ended up getting this game for free, and we sold it for $6.64. Unfortunately, it didn't have the manual. $6.64 is pretty good. We had this one listed at $13, so we did take a bit of a hit on this one. But again, it was listed for 3 months, so if it was really that great of a deal, then it would have sold on eBay. And then last up, I saved the best one for last here. So we sold 9 copies of Deus Ex Mankind Divided for the Xbox One. We sold 7 copies to one buyer, 1 to another, and then 1 to another. And we made a good amount of money on this, actually. I'm pretty happy. We paid $3 each. I remember I bought this one on Best Buy. Again, kind of going into it with, you know, if it doesn't sell, we got Xbox One cases that are in great condition. We did sell, I believe, 2 or 3 of them on eBay before, but they have been sitting for a while. We bought this one back in April of 2024, so I'm super happy to go and get rid of the remaining 9 that we had. So it sold for $55.71 with a net return of $28.71. Again, all these numbers are taking into fact that WhatNot is matching. So my kind of intention was I actually named the WhatNot stream half off price charting value, because I wanted to go ahead and try to get buyers to come in here, make me an offer that was, you know, half of the price charting value, and then WhatNot would match it. So really, I'm getting the price charting value. And after the buyer pays the really expensive shipping cost of $12, you know, hopefully they're getting it for similar to price charting value as well. So I thought it was kind of going to be a win-win, and it turned out being really good. I mean, we sold some games pretty cheap. Some of the buyers got it for, but we also made a good amount of money because WhatNot was doubling our payout. Now, I definitely think I'm going to be doing more sales on WhatNot or more streams, but I think it's going to have to change a little bit. I don't think my inventory is correctly set up to sell on WhatNot. And what I mean by that is the shipping is expensive, right? I've said it a couple times now. The first item is $12 USD, and every item after that is $1.50. Well, a lot of the games that I have are less than $10. So why would someone go and buy, you know, a $5 game and spend $12 in shipping unless they were planning on buying a ton of items? So I think what my goal is going to be for going in the future, when I do want to do another WhatNot stream, is buy inventory that is more expensive, kind of at least $20 or more, to try to get people to spend that initial $12 on shipping and then buy a bunch of games from me. I don't think my inventory is correctly set up. You know, I have a lot of loose games, and I have a lot of items that I can send letter mail within Canada for $2 or $3. So when the buyer is being charged $12 American because it has to have tracking, I mean, I don't think majority of my inventory is going to sell on WhatNot, but that doesn't mean that I want to stop selling on WhatNot. I really enjoy doing the live stream, and I think going in the future, like I said, we're gonna do more, but I need to find proper inventory. I think I want to do some Switch games. Ideally, everything would be sealed, but I'm not going to be super picky on that. I think just as long as there are more expensive items, so people are more willing to go and spend the money on the shipping. Now, let's talk about the fees, because they do work quite differently. So on WhatNot, you have an 8% sale commission, and then you have a 2.9% plus a 30-cent payment processing fee for each transaction. Now, it is really cool that these are separate, because on eBay, they are not. This 8% sales commission, you do not pay on the shipping price. That is different on eBay. On eBay, you actually get charged the fees on the shipping. Now let's look at eBay. You have this 12.7% fee that is charged on top of the shipping. Now, typically this doesn't really add up to be a whole lot of money, but I have had one scenario where it did. Don't mind this refunded. This actually wasn't refunded to the buyer. This was a shipping correction. So we'll just scroll down here. I sold an FTC on eBay for $32.80. So the buyer paid $3.99 and $28.81 in shipping. This was during the Canada Post strike, and this buyer was in Mexico and was adamant on getting this FTC as soon as possible. So I had to send it through UPS. Now, I paid the fees on top of the shipping price. So I only walked away with 40 cents profit on this FTC, which is unfortunate. I would have made a lot more money if I didn't have to pay fees on top of the shipping cost, whereas WhatNot, you would only have to pay the 12.9% on the shipping cost, not this 8%. So with eBay, you also do have a smaller, like a fixed fee. So if the order is under $10, you pay 30 cents. And if the order is over $10, you pay 40 cents. So you pay 40 cents plus this 12.7%. So I think to go and wrap this video up, I would love to keep selling on WhatNot. I just don't know if it's feasible as a Canadian seller. The shipping fees are so insanely expensive. Charging the buyer 12 USD is absolutely insane. When on eBay, I have lots of stuff listed where I'm only charging the buyer $3 or $4 in shipping within Canada, untracked. And then when it goes to the States with tracking, I only charge $7 Canadian. That's $5 American for shipping, when on WhatNot it is charging them 12. Like, it is just such a massive difference. And WhatNot, it really promotes buying a lot of items, right? If you buy 10 items, on every additional item, you're only paying $1.50. So it can be good if you plan on buying a ton of items, but if you're only buying one or two, it really isn't worth it, depending on the value of the item you're buying. So unless there is some shipping changes that come along, I don't really see myself selling mainly on WhatNot, but I think doing a stream every once in a while when I get some new inventory would be fun for sure. But with that being said, thank you guys so much for watching today's video. If you enjoyed, go ahead and smash that like button and subscribe so you guys don't miss any more videos. Peace.